Hey guys, Jen Brown here with GymRa. Today I've got a 15-minute abs bar inspired workout for you. You don't need any equipment, just maybe a yoga mat. And let's go ahead and get started with a little warm up here. So we're bringing our heels in, toes out, wider than the hips. Bend your knees, bring your arms in first position. You pulse and then you pulse the arms up. So forward and up to fifth, first and fifth. While you're doing that, let me share a little bit more about what to expect today. So we've got 10 exercises. Each exercise is 45 seconds long, and you have a 15-second break between each one where I'll demo the next movement. It's gonna fly by and we're gonna have some fun. So let's get our heart rate elevated, our blood flowing, our body moving right away. We have 8 more right here. Here's 4, 3, 2, on 1. Just reach and stretch overhead. Just reach. Like you're grabbing something, finding length from your toes to your fingertips. Keep going. Give me 8. Here's 4, 3, 2, turn your toes forward. Reach your hands down and then stand all the way up. So down and up. Now, if you'd like to pick it up, once you've got it, you can take that pause out of the center. So a squat to stand. You don't need to actually touch the floor. Just send your hips back. Engage your abs to protect your low back. If you'd like to add on, add your heel lift, releve at the top. And lift, and lift. Give me 8 more right here. 8. Here's 4, 3, 2, on 1, forward fold. Take your left hand to your right ankle, bend your left knee, reach your right arm up. Draw your chest closer to your right leg. Take it right over to the other side. Bend your right knee, left arm up, and draw your chest closer to your left leg. Good. Give me little bends, little bounces in the legs. And then heels in, toes out once again. We roll up, palms touch, pulse the legs. 10 seconds until I show you what our first exercise is today. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you can stand up for a moment, and if you want to do it with me, we're going right back where we were. So we're bending those knees. We start with our hands behind our head. You reach your right hand down and lift your right heel, and then come back to center. That's the move. So just reach. Feel your obliques. Focus on the one side, because we'll do your left side next. So we're lifting the heel, getting into the calf, and squeezing the obliques. Reaching your right hand down towards your heel. Now, if this bothers your feet at any time, or maybe your calves, doesn't need to be a huge heel lift, and you can also choose to keep the heel down. Modify today's workout however you need to. You've got 15 seconds until we stay in those legs and we do it again. Here's your 5. All right, so if you need to stand up and shake it out, you can while I show you the left side. Feel free. Hands behind the head, lift your left heel, reach your left hand down, tap the heel back down. Single counts. So you just reach and press. Reaching back behind your leg towards your ankle, keeping your right hand where it is, giving your neck some support. Can you get even deeper into those legs? Slow it down at any point. Got 30 seconds to go. Do you hear the ocean? I do. I'm sure you see the ocean, and it is stunning. What a beautiful day to be working our core, and for me to be outside. 5 seconds to go, and then we're moving right along. In 3, 2, 1, stand it up. Next movement, our heels in, our toes out. We start with our right leg, attitude, lift up with a bent knee, inner thigh faces the sky. And if you'd like to add on, you reach your right arm. So you tap and tap. So using low belly and upper as well to find this movement. Now, the slower you move here, the more control you're finding through the abdominals. Can you find that little pause at the top of the movement? And if you need a bigger bend in the knee because that feels better on your hips, go for it. Make sure your standing knee, your left knee, stays soft. That's going to protect the joints, so we're not locking them out. 10 seconds to go. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. We're going to right back to the other side. So our heels in, our toes out, bend the knees. Left leg lifts up, attitude. And if you'd like the option, you reach your left arm forward. Let's do it. Find your pace. Feel that squeeze. It's all about the control here. I love these 15-minute workouts because you can seriously squeeze them in anytime you need to during the day. You can do the same one multiple times a day, maybe little lunch break action. Great way to just move the body, get the blood flowing, especially if you sit a lot in a chair, at a desk. So important to get up and reverse that with some healthy movement. 10 seconds to go, and we're moving right along. Guys, you're almost halfway done with this. Told you it was gonna fly by. All right, standing oblique crunch with no weights. Heels in, toes out, right leg long, bend your left knee, reach your right arm up, and then find a stretch. And once you find that stretch, start to squeeze in and out. To make it a little harder, try to hover your right toes instead of tapping them down. Let's do it. Whatever pace here works for you is good for me. Honor your body and where you're at today. And just be proud and grateful for the fact that you showed up to do something so healthy. So good for you and those around you too. We can't forget about that. 15 seconds to go. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out and get ready to do it again. Heels in, toes out, bend your knees. Left leg long, and then start by finding a deep stretch here. And once you found that stretch, we find our oblique crunch. Option here, once again, to make it more challenging, you can hover the foot instead of tapping it down. Find that pause as you connect your knee towards your elbow and your elbow towards your knee. Does it matter if they actually touch? No, it doesn't, but find that big squeeze. Just about 25 seconds to go. And then we're moving on, we're coming down to the mat. Let's work for it. 15 seconds, stay strong. And don't forget about that stretch component. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, come on down. So we are finding either a high plank or a forearm plank. This is what it looks like. It's one leg pulse up, and then you draw the knee in. So a couple options. You can keep your left knee down, or high plank, the hardest option, you pulse and then draw it in. So take any of those. Doesn't need to be huge, but we're getting into some glute as well, along with your obliques here. Lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze. 15 seconds to go. Close your eyes if you need to, but stay with me. You are so close to being done. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, guys. Same exact thing on the other side. So I'll show you those options once again. Option 1, forearms down, right knee lifted, left leg pulse, or squeeze it in. Option 2, you're on your palms, right knee down, pulse, squeeze. And option 3, you lift your right knee, you're in a high plank as you do the movement. Don't worry if you can't do one or it doesn't feel attainable to you. Just do another and be proud of the fact that you're here and you're moving your body. That's what matters the most. Keep your elbows soft or if you're in the high plank. Squeeze your left cheek and your left oblique. You have 10 seconds and you're out. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly drop your knees down. Swing your legs in front of you, please. So we're finding everyone's favorite bar ab shape, C-shaped curl. Start by grounding your toes and your heels. And then bring your palms to touch as you round down. Just go side to side, digging here. I like to imagine I'm at the beach. Well, I don't have to imagine it today, I guess. But what I will imagine is that there's sand that I'm digging my elbows into. So I'm pressing down, trying to make a hole in the sand with elbows. That's gonna help you find that added resistance here, getting into the obliques. And just like that, you've got one exercise to go until you cool it down. So commit to staying and finishing this thing strong, just like you started. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, you can roll it up for a moment. You can stretch out the hips because we're going back into that same position. This time, elbows high, lean back, and march the knees. So once you're there, find it. Now, maybe close your eyes and really think of your low belly hugging in and up. Lift and lift. Exhale on the lift. Almost there. Cooling it down right after this. You've got just around 25 seconds to go. And if at any time you need to roll up and kind of shake it out, take another butterfly position, you can, and then just meet us back. But you've got 10 seconds, so maybe we just stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Roll on up. Okay, here's where we're starting. Butterfly position. Press the soles of your feet to touch. Sit up tall on an inhale and exhale, fold. You can close your eyes and just take a moment of gratitude for what you just accomplished. Big breath in, big breath out. Slowly roll up. Come to a seated position with your heels underneath your body. And then bring your left hand back and reach your right arm up. Press your hips forward and you'll get a good stretch through the front of the body. And slowly release, round forward, go right to the other side. Left arm up, hips press forward, belly hugs in, open it all up. And then round down, swing your legs in front of you and lay all the way down on your back. Hug your knees into your chest, let your knees fall to one side, maybe to the left to begin with. Your arms are out to a T, gaze to the right or wherever it's comfortable for you for a spinal twist. And then hug them back through center and let the knees fall right over to the other side. I'm not gonna fully have my knees go there, but you can. And just reach your left arm forward, gaze past your left hand. I've got some sun in my eyes, as you can see, but it feels very nice. Am I getting tan? And slowly release. Hug your knees in, rock and roll a couple times until you're seated. And then sit cross-legged. Bring your right hand down next to your side Bend your right elbow, left arm reaches up and overhead. Take it right over to the other side. Right arm reaches, open up the side. And back through center. Bring both arms up, palms touch. Pull them down to your heart and give yourself a huge round of applause.